Imagine you are OpenAI. You have spent billions of dollars, you have the best talent in the world, you have exclusive access to the most powerful chips on the planet. And then, a 2-year-old startup from China, a company that literally cannot buy your chips because of US export restrictions, releases an AI model that beats you. That just happened. And I think it's the most important AI story of the year. So, here is what's been going on. For the past year, there's been a narrative in AI. Closed sources pulling ahead. OpenAI, Google, Anthropic, they have more money, more compute, more everything. Open source models, well, nice for hobbies, but not competitive at the frontier. GPT-5 came out in May, Gemini 3 Pro this summer. These models were genuinely impressive, and the open source alternative, they were good but clearly a tier below. Then on December the 1st, DeepSeek dropped version 3.2, and the benchmarks, well, I'll be honest, when I first saw them, I thought it was a typo. There's this test called the International Mathematical Olympiad. It's basically the Olympics of math, the hardest problems in the world solved by the smartest teenagers on earth. DeepSeek version 3.2 got a gold medal, not gold medal equivalent, not would have qualified, an actual gold medal score on the actual 2025 competition problems. It also got gold at the Programming Olympiad and second place at the World Finals of Competitive Programming. This isn't a benchmark someone made up. These are real competitions where humans compete, and this AI just won. The same week GPT-5 couldn't match those scores. But here is what makes this actually insane. DeepSeek is based in China. Because of US export restriction, they cannot buy the latest NVIDIA chips. They are literally banned from purchasing the hardware that OpenAI and Google use. So how did they win? They had to be smarter. They couldn't brute force it with the raw compute, so they had to innovate. They developed more efficient ways to train, more efficient ways to run inference. They squeezed more intelligence out of less hardware. And apparently it worked better than throwing billions of dollars at the problem. Okay, but why does this matter to you? Well, 3 reasons. First, it's free. The model weights are on Hugging Face right now, released under MIT license. You can download it, run it, modify, build products with it. No API costs, no usage limits, no terms of service, they change every month. Second, even if you use their API, it's 128 times cheaper than GPT-5. Not 20%, not half, it's 128 times cheaper for the same level of performance. And third, this proves open source can compete at the frontier. That matters because it means we are not dependent on free companies in San Francisco to decide what AI can do and what cannot. Now, let me be real with you, it's not perfect. The best version of this model, the one winning gold medals, uses way more compute per question. It thinks longer. On a complex math problem, it might generate 23,000 words of reasoning before giving you an answer. GPT-5 does the same thing in 13,000 words. So yes, per token price is lower, but it uses more tokens. You need to do the math for your specific use case. Also, the gold medal variant is temporary. The API endpoint expires on December 15th. They are keeping the regular version around, but the SoundUp special model is going away. And on general knowledge, random facts, guarantee web, that kind of thing, Google's model is still better. DeepSeek is strongest at math, code, and logical reasoning. It's not the best at everything. But what is good at? It's genuinely best in class, and it's free. So what this means? I think we are going to look back at this moment as a turning point. For years, the assumption was more money equals better AI. Whoever had the most GPUs wins. DeepSeek just proved that's not necessarily true. With the right innovations, you can compete without the biggest budget. And that changes the game, because if a startup in China can do this with restricted hardware, what happens when other teams try the same approach? What happens when open source researchers start building on these techniques? The mode that OpenAI and Google thought they had, massive compute advantage, might not be as deep as they thought. I'll put links to everything in the description. The research paper if you want the technical detail, that's Hugging Face, page if you want to try it yourself. If you are building anything with AI, I think this is worth paying attention to. Not because you need to switch to DeepSeek tomorrow, but because the landscape just shifted. Open source is back in the race. I'm Dmitry, I break down AI research like this every Tuesday. If that's useful, subscribe. Otherwise, thanks for watching, I'll see you next week. Bye bye.